We've got some semi-final action on the Smite Draft League 3v3 Mage Tournament. I'm Anthony, he is Joywolffe. Let's get into the picks and bans.
And again, one of the first bans is a healer, followed by the second ban from the new Wa Nox Morrigan team. Healing has really been hated on this entire tournament. Is it really that strong?
I think because we haven't seen it, because it keeps getting banned out time and time again, I think it's the fear of how impactful it could potentially be. And, you know, honestly, I could see it. I could see it a little more in the Hell that we just saw get banned and a little less on the Aphrodite. Because at least with Aphrodite, you've got the spacing to really aggress and kind of punish Aphrodite playing passive and staying back. But yeah, I think it's more of a fear of the unknown. And I kind of wish it could make it through so we could see what it could possibly do. But yeah, I think it's just a fear of the unknown.
Yeah, I mean, can't say I blame them. You know, only being able to really buy Divine Ruin as the main source of anti-heal kind of makes it difficult to deal with these healer characters.
Yeah, and we do see another Zhong ban come out. Consistent from Team Nuwa, they really don't want to see that Zhong. I get it, but once again, I'll restate my point that I don't think it would be that impactful. It would really depend on the player. A Chang'e ban comes out, taking it away from EmojiDaddy. Hades lock-in from SandmanSam, and Devv locks in the Huang that was incredibly impactful on Devv in their round 1 performance. He made all the difference in that game.
Yeah, I'm not surprised to see this Hades locked in again. I believe Team Wa Nox Morrigan first picked this last game that they were in as well. So it seemed to be something they're really favoring. Ooh, and a Vulcan! That could be absolutely huge.
The Vulcan has been so impactful from everybody who's pulled it out so far in this tournament. I expect to see the same. I hope Team Nuwa is ready and has a plan to deal with that Vulcan as it made it through picks and bans, or excuse me, it made it through bans. And boy, has it been damaging, whether it's been in the hand of an SDL boy or in the hands of Paul. It's just been completely game-changing.
Yeah, that Earthshaker ultimate just covers so much ground and does so much damage. It can absolutely one-shot later on. So I'm excited to see if they'll be able to utilize that to the best of its ability.
So with the Chang'e gone, where do you want to see Team Nuwa go? Because that was a core component of their team last time. What do you want to see EmojiDaddy pick up to support this Hades? Because SandmanSam was leading the charge with the Hades, but the kills were going the way of the Chang'e.
You know, this Hera also makes a lot of sense. It's just a good bit of CC in her polymorph, and also Argus being able to slow down anyone that he's chasing can absolutely swing team fights. And Argus is just a huge body to bring into a fight. He can do a lot of throwing a monkey wrench in a lot of plans.
I think pulling out the Argus to be your pseudo support is very smart. And I think Hera being that utility character that you were harping on in round 1 for Team Nuwa could be very, very, very difference making, and I'm excited to see that get pulled out. We do see an Oloron ban, so no massive ultimates, no tower damage. We do see another Persephone ban. I stand by what I said during the Team Nuwa game last time that not my favorite pick. I understand it's impactful, it could do great, but I think there's stronger things out there. But the Baba Yaga ban comes out, followed by the Nox ban, so a lot of utility off the board.
Yeah, something I wouldn't mind seeing paired with this Hera would be something like a Soul. Just send your Argus in under the tower after you get a pick or two, and just melt that tower down. Just get that early cache of gold and just push off that advantage. You know, buy your items, get your power spikes.
I think that's a really good call, especially considering of the 3 Mage ADCs who made it through, being Kronos, Freya, and Sol, I think Sol could be potentially the most dangerous given that ultimate, the passive. There's just so much working. We do see the Morgan Le Fay come out for RNG. I like that pickup.
Yeah, she offers a lot of unique utility in her kit, such as her fear and whatnot. So I'm curious to see how they'll really utilize this Morgan Le Fay. And
we do see the Tiamat being our final pick and rounding us out. give me your quick thoughts on the Tiamat, and we'll send it into game 2, or game 1, pardon me.
Tiamat can get super tanky and deal a lot of damage. Enough said.
And with that, we'll be right back with some semi-final action on the Smite Draft League. On the backs of big performances and strong damage, Wa Nox Morrigan looks to run it back, but they've run into a dangerous opponent in the semifinals in the form of RNG. I'm Anthony, he's Joywolffe. Let's do it!
Yes, I'm so excited to get into this semifinal game. I wonder if we'll see a little bit more contention over the red buff in this game, considering how quickly it went down in Wa Nox Morrigan's previous match.
Yeah, it did get burned quick, and it looks like this time they're ready for it. We do see some good damage coming out from both sides, and it looks like Team Nuwa might be cut off a bit from that red buff. They're trying to get to it. It's very low, and Tiamat is going to get the big steal onto the red buff. SandmanSam dashes forward, gets the big damage onto Aurora. Kray's trying to fall back to help out, and Swag's going to turn his attention over to Devv. And somehow RNG is going to escape with their lives, but they did lose the red buff and pressure on the lane. And Aurora picks up even more damage from SandmanSam as he dashes in for the blue buff invade that he is not able to secure, just barely missing out on it.
Yeah, I was a little worried for Team RNG there, as Wa Nox Morrigan were peeking around the corner to try and secure that blue buff. Really didn't want them to be engaged on. It would have been a rough go with all those low HP bars, but they were able to secure the blue, so good for them.
And we do see the blue buff get picked up from Team Nuwa without much trouble. We see RNG heading for the little guys for they thought better of it. I thought they were going to go for a 3-way split on the 2 little guys, and I was not going to be huge on that. They're going to head back to wave, prepare for another battle as SandmanSam dashes in once again and gets huge damage, but this time it's followed up, and Devv gets big damage on Swag and Emoji. And all of a sudden, the health bars are evened up, and we're even Stevens as we go back to the laning phase.
Yeah, and this is exactly what you can expect out of these mages. They do so much burst damage, and, you know, like the Tiamat, has so much long-range poke, you know. People are just going to be dropping like flies if they're not positioned carefully.
The last time you and I saw Team Nuwa, we saw SandmanSam do the setup, and we saw EmojiDaddy pick up the kills. They were kind of able to ride on Hades' tails the entire time to victory. I'm wondering if we're going to see more of the same or a different approach. And just as I say that, SandmanSam dashes in with the setup. It's like I'm a prophet. Tiamat's going for the kill, but EmojiDaddy got stopped in the back, so nobody's around to follow up and get the final hit onto Aurora, who gets to back scot-free. Now SandmanSam dashes in onto Devv and can't quite get the damage that he was looking for. He's got to fall back as EmojiDaddy's also down to a quarter health, and RNG manages to survive the incredible aggression. Almost a lazy back as Kray ran forward looking for some big damage. It looks like everybody's going to be safe unless they spot him out. Here's the Huang ultimate. Hades goes through the wall, though. He was laying in wait. First blood goes to RNG. And Devv gets away without losing his health bar. A 1-minute fight finally equals our first blood.
That could have gone so much worse in so many different ways for either team. But RNG walking away with first blood. I was a little nervous watching them step up into SandmanSam just lurking in the water. Oh wait, sorry, he's not playing Sobek. But anywho, yeah, I thought that would have gone a little bit worse for them. But Hades not having all his items yet, so you know the damage isn't too much.
We do see the red buff go the way of RNG. So Morgan's going to be hitting pretty hard. Vulcan turret down. Everybody's got their spacing out. Reset for the next battle. You know, I love the pace of this Joust tournament. It's so fast. There's just so much fighting. It's like a more intimate arena, if you will.
Yeah, I'm going to begin petitioning for next tournament to be 3v3 Guardians. Only defense.
Only defense. That's going to be a marathon, as Swag might have his marathon cut short, but the big damage returns as his team showed up just in time. All of a sudden, Devv and Aurora find themselves low. SandmanSam with the big dash in. Ultimate comes out. Devv stuck in it. but Devv gets the kill onto Sam as he falls. Hera got the kill onto him, and now Swag and EmojiDaddy, the only two left standing, but big damage comes out from Swag onto Kray and Aurora, who have to fall back, and they can't quite commit, even though they have the health advantage.
Yeah, SandmanSam's ult being able to trap down Devv, despite his little float out, a free escape. But that was kind of something that I was been looking for the entire match so far. Just drop the Hades ult and then drop a Argus on top of him and just let Argus absolutely go to town on those that are trapped, without their beads. So, the combo was there, but unfortunately SandmanSam still falling in the process.
Sam dashes through the meatball and finds the chef, but he's able to get away with half health. Nice play by Sam and really good game sense to dash forward, not back up and get hit by that meatball. Aurora almost caught lazy backing, but is able to get away.
And as we're looking, ultimate timers are coming up, so a fight might be looming.
And that ultimate could be all the difference, as we've seen almost every single ultimate from SandmanSam, be it in round 1 or in the semifinals, be incredibly impactful. He is chased under his tower as EmojiDaddy is backing with no fear in the world. He's going to be back, and now it's SandmanSam under the tower, but I don't think they know Swag's on the other side of the wall. He reveals his position with a big tornado, and the Storm Watchers have to scatter, as we're kind of back to calmness for now as we look for this potential tier 1 siege.
Yeah, they're just, mages are so good at clearing minions that it's really hard to actually get in there and push, because you don't really have the HP or the tankiness to work with. You kind of just get shredded by these towers. So you really have to do quite a lot of work just to be able to get in there and tear down these structures.
We do see EmojiDaddy and Swag kind of stuck under their tower, which is going to cost them another red buff, which when there is not a lot to fight over on the map, consistently losing that red buff is not the way you want to go. Won't make the difference in the win or loss, but still something impactful as we see SandmanSam with the blink and Swag gets the kill onto Kray. Aurora is soon to follow as EmojiDaddy gets the kill onto him, and now it's left to Devv to defend this tower from the onslaught of Team Nuwa here at 6 minutes.
And that was a beautiful combo just to absolutely erase Aurora and Kreshoa, just wiping them off the map. And it looks like we have a minion wave going under towers, so... But again, Huang just deletes the wave, so Team Wa Nox Morrigan not able to really go under the tower and begin attacking the structure.
SandmanSam did get an invade and take away the blue buff from Team Nuwa, so that thin farm is only getting thinner. But now Team Nuwa finds themselves on the back foot. Just kidding, SandmanSam feeling it again. Here's the ultimate from Vulcan. It's gonna be no good. Everybody's still looking fresh and spiffy, ready for more. SandmanSam dashes once again. This time he brought a Tiamat, but the turret blew him up. But everybody's low from RNG. Purification beads from Swag, though, as he couldn't quite follow up for the kill onto Kray. And now Aurora gets caught off by Argus and gets slammed and broken as EmojiDaddy picks up the double kill onto RNG as Kray was backing to base at potentially the worst time for his teammates. He's going to step forward and try to get a revenge kill on the Swag. But EmojiDaddy steps in front of it and takes all the damage and the life of Morgan Le Fay. It's a deicide for Team Nuwa.
That was really scary for Wa Nox Morrigan. They were going in at the beginning without ult into a team that had their ultimates ready. I don't know if they just miscommunicated the timers or really weren't tracking them, but that could have gone so much worse. But they really, positioned well and made the most out of what they had to make sure that they won that team fight and got that tier 1 tower.
Yeah, that fight-wise, that was impressive. While we have a moment to talk, I do want to look at the builds a little bit. The only thing I see that has been unique so far for this tournament is a really early Ratatahooty for Devv on that Huang. What do you think about that before SandmanSam decides to dash in again?
I think it's interesting. I don't think you're going to need a whole lot of percent pen, which I believe Tahuti gives you. So maybe that's why we haven't been seeing it as much. But yeah, not being able to build all these tank items, you don't need as much percent pen. So I'm really not sure why it's being built, to be honest.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's interesting. It's a little bit questionable. I mean, clearly Huang's been doing some decent damage so far, but I just think there might have been some more impactful items he could have gone, as we see a bit of hand throwing, but everybody's knuckles are still clean. But it might be a red buff for Team Nuwa, so if you are a fan of Team Wa Nox Morrigan, jump and shout because you've got a red buff. But that's all for now. Yeah. Oh, never mind. EmojiDaddy heard me talking about the calmness and runs into the Morgan Le Fay with Argus. SandmanSam blinks from the side. He found Aurora. He's chasing him down. There's the ultimate, but he saved the purification beads for a quarter health left, and it proved to be very effective as he's going to get away without having to fall to that Hades.
Yeah, just, you know, again, all ults expended from Wa Nox Morrigan, and able to get the beads out of Aurora, so that is definitely a boon from them. But I wonder if they're feeling confident in this Bull Demon King without their ultimates.
And it looks like it could potentially be a bit of a bait. Either that or Swag took too much damage and they stopped feeling confident. But the big damage from EmojiDaddy almost followed up by SandmanSam, but they realized Tiamat's getting lit up in the back by the big Italian chef. Aurora gets the kill on the Swag, but now he finds himself stuck alone with the Hades. But Hades is going to miss his ability, and now it's a 1v1 on the side and a 1v2 by Bull Demon King. Vulcan ultimate will be enough for the double kill for Aurora, and SandmanSam falls. And now it's a 1v3 for Hera. She's got to get back because she doesn't have Argus this time. The Aegis isn't going to be enough as the shutdown for Cray and the deicide for RNG.
That was a beautiful example of RNG from how grouping up and staying strong as a unit. Wa Nox Morrigan got split up just for a little bit, and that's probably the reason they lost that fight. Just weren't able to work cohesively as a unit, use their team comp synergies, and they really paid for it.
Yeah, they were definitely punished for the way they approached and the way that they split and the timing that they chose to split, and it really was beneficial for RNG. We do see the Soul Gem pick up on the Morgan Le Fay, which I think that could be a really impactful item here, especially as we get deeper and deeper into this game, being Joust, and how quickly things can really start to turn into everybody getting one shot.
Yeah, absolutely. The little bit of sustain and enhanced abilities from Soul Gem could be a huge boon for that Morgan Le Fay.
And we do see really good damage come out on the Swag. He's going to fall back in that Tiamat because he's already dropped below half, but SandmanSam must have not gotten a memo. He gets the silence, but gets knocked up before he can get the follow-up damage. Vulcan ultimate comes out. Not too late, because now SandmanSam's going to fall after the big follow-up from Morgan Le Fay. And once again, RNG finds himself while down a member on the better end of the team fight, and that's 2 in a row that have gone the way of RNG.
This has been a really back and forth match. If we look at the goal, it's about almost even. So, you know, these teams are really evenly matched, and despite the fact that Team RNG is playing without a tower, they are feeling confident now. They are playing up and they are playing strong. This is good to see from them, that they haven't just begun to turtle, because if you begin to turtle too long, you just begin to lose it all.
Big damage onto Devv from EmojiDaddy. He felt the brunt of the damage there from Hera. He's going to fall back to his team. Hades lagging a bit behind, but I don't quite think we're going to see a fight as the Morgan Le Fay is backing. We do see a Staff of Meridian picked up by Vulcan. I like that pick on Vulcan for this particular type of match, especially.
Yeah, exactly. It gives you huge amounts of power and some decent cooldowns too. It is an absolute stat stick, and the passive isn't bad to boot, so really looking forward to see Aurora utilizing that staff.
Once again, Team Nuwa looks like they're trying to bait out the Bull Demon King. Not afraid of how it went for them last time, but that turret takes a chunk. A big chunk out of EmojiDaddy as Swag and SandmanSam go back to mid, find Morgan Le Fay, and everybody's dancing around trying to figure out what the next movement is. Call it here, Joy. What do you think they're going to go for next? What's going to be our next big fight?
I think they have to fight her. Oh, it doesn't look like they're trying. Oh my goodness, what the
Right
damage!
as I asked you, Devv heard me talking and blows up EmojiDaddy, and SandmanSam was almost around to follow. It's like they heard me ask you. Tiamat steps forward to the tower, and it's almost like Team RNG kind of forgot there was a tower to get. We've been fighting for so long. They were going for the chase to Phoenix, and that cost Devv a lot of damage and a lot of health. He's going to have to back as Swag is defending this tower very well by himself.
Yeah, it's nice to see Team RNG being able to step up, as we really haven't seen, you know, once a team loses their tower or, you know, loses a couple of scuffles, they kind of just begin to turtle up and just kind of hope the enemy team makes a mistake. But they're really bringing it to Team Wa Nox Morrigan, and this is what we love to see as SandmanSam getting poked out.
But as we talked about, with the lack of being able to pick up a Mage ADC and no Polynomicon in sight, there is a big lack of tower damage. So even with all this aggression in these last 3 team fights now, where RNG's gotten the better of Team Nuwa, they have still not gotten that first tower down. On the other hand, Team Nuwa has not found themselves to the Phoenix yet, as we see some good damage come out onto Morgan Le Fay, who's going to be able to get back. But EmojiDaddy might have gotten caught out, but not as badly as Devv got caught out. But he's got a get out of jail free card, but he takes his card and runs into Swag. And now everybody in RNG is low. EmojiDaddy picks up the kill onto Devv in the back. SandmanSam picks up the kill onto Aurora in the front. And we've got ourselves our first real Phoenix siege.
Yeah, and Argus just in there tanking it up, you know. There might not be an ADC, but all these pets are coming in and tanking up that tower, Phoenix rather, dealing that damage. So Team Wa Nox Morrigan able to take out that Phoenix. And something that I'm surprised about is I don't believe there's been a Bull Demon King this entire match. You know, that's such a valuable boon to have, given that it disables the next structure outside of the Titan. That is the easiest way to burn down structures in this game mode, and both teams just haven't really been after it.
Yeah, we've seen Team Nuwa use that Bull Demon King as an attempt to bait a couple of times, but both times those fights went the way of RNG, so they kind of abandoned that strategy. But now it's a bit late, because now you have to focus on the defense of your Titan. But I would have liked to see RNG get the Bull Demon King, if only to get that tower down. SandmanSam dashes in, but once again, that get out of jail free card is good for Devv. Vulcan ultimate down to Aurora. EmojiDaddy picks up the kill onto him. Now Swag is chasing down Morgan Le Fay. And Morgan and Huang got to stand back to defend the Titan, but SandmanSam shoves it right down their throats, picks up the kill, but it goes the way of EmojiDaddy. And it's up to Cray to defend this Titan, and I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. They are down a member, but they've got fire minions on their side. They've got Tiamat's pets on their side. It's going to be a tough task for this Morgan Le Fay. Great damage coming out on the Titan, and they didn't even have to step into it to do it. It looks like they're going to have to step back for now and wait for SandmanSam to come up. So while the Titan lost half health, great defense there from Cray.
Yeah, and it looks like Wa Nox Morrigan are finally maybe gonna try and do this Bull Demon King. I was beginning to worry that everyone just forgot about him over here.
Or is it another bait as they turn their attentions to Morgan Le Fay, who's gonna take massive damage alive for now, but EmojiDaddy trying to say something about that. Big ultimate from Aurora, but doesn't quite get the kill onto Swag. And now Aurora finds himself stuck. Argus is running it down, but Devv showed up just in time and gets the kill onto EmojiDaddy, and we've got ourselves a 2v2. This game is not over yet. SandmanSam gets the dash onto Devv, brings him down below half health, but can't find the kill. But he wants the end. He dives in, blinks in, ults the Titan, but he's falling quick. He gets the kill onto Aurora, but the Titan gets the kill for Devv. SandmanSam just coming up short on his attempt to end the game.
And that Titan is so low, you can barely even see its HP. Team RNG are really gonna have to hold up here.
Tiamat was trying to sneak around the side, but he got sniffed out by the excellent ward. Oh, that was close.
Yeah, backdoor defense is on now, though the Phoenix is up for Team RNG, so that will definitely delay have to push through the Phoenix before you get the Titan.
That time we saw Devv and the Titan be the real defenders, but this really comes back to that first Titan defense from the Morgan Le Fay from RNG that was really able to keep them in this game.
Yeah, definitely strong defense.
We're boxing up with a 3v3, but not quite yet. It's almost like they're teasing us that nobody quite knows where to take the step to try to end this game. What do you think's going to be the thing that breaks the camel's back? What's going to be our real ending point for this game?
Well, I feel like if Wa Nox Morrigan, obviously, if they get a DSI, this game's over. But again, they're finally doing this Bull Demon King. That'll neutralize the Phoenix and make it so much easier.
And all of a sudden, EmojiDaddy gets blown up, and nobody's low. I don't know if he stepped too far forward or he just got caught out. But right as they get the Bull Demon King and potentially a difference maker for this game, Team Nuwa finds themselves down in a 2v3.
Yeah, that's absolutely huge. You want everybody to be able to help with this push, as Team RNG's Titan is healing back up with that Phoenix up. So you want to be getting that
SandmanSam
back.
dashes in the back, but he can't find the kill onto Aurora. And now Swag is taking tons of damage from Morgan Le Fay. Devv picks up the kill onto Swag. SandmanSam trying to look for an opportunity. He wants that Vulcan, but he's going to have to retreat. He blinks away from the Vulcan ultimate and jumps to celebrate his survival.
Ooh, that was close. SandmanSam better be, rubbing his horseshoe or whatever, because he's got some luck there.
Yeah, he's rubbing his horseshoe. He's counting his clovers. Absolutely getting away with murder there is SandmanSam. But once again, Team Nuwa finds themselves down in a 2v3 with this Bull Demon, and they aren't going to be able to really make anything out of it. And what was once a massive advantage is starting to even itself out.
Yeah, Team RNG a little about 1,000 gold up. That tower did eventually fall, so once that Phoenix, if it regens, will be things will be pretty much even for both teams.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see what the final straw is going to be. We do see more Ratatahooties coming out late, but what really has gotten my attention is, once again, Hades has gone the way of Polynomicon, and I really like that item on SandmanSam. I saw him last game. I just want to put some attention to this so he feels like he was noticed. He was really making big use of it. I actually saw it do quite a bit of damage. He's looking for more of the same here, and he might be able to do it into Devv, but Devv sniffs him out first and gets the damage, and we might have what could be our final fight. Argus blows up Aurora, but the damage returns onto EmojiDaddy. Beautiful Aegis to survive, and SandmanSam goes over the wall for Devv. It's a 3v1, and Argus is still standing too. Morgan Le Fay has got to hightail it out of there. Back to the Phoenix. SandmanSam dashes behind her. Argus is right next to her. She tries to go forward. Swag gets the kill. It's a deicide, and the towel is thrown in as the victory goes the way of Team Nuwa.
Yeah, well done by them. Argus just absolutely deletes late game. I was kind of hoping we got a game that did go later, as both teams, started to hit 20 and whatnot. Some starter upgrades coming out in full build, but just the ability to burst somebody down once you're full damage and have your items as a mage is just huge. So love to see that.
Great gameplay from Team RNG, but the chances were not on their side today, as Team Nuwa is going to the finals. And with that, we'll be right back on the Smite Draft League.